Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So in today's video I'm gonna be talking about a few romances, more specifically Christmas romances, that I've read recently and that I think will really put you in the proper Christmas mood. Like honestly, the Christmas spirit that you get from these is incredible, which is exactly why I read them, because I had a very busy month of December and November and October, and yeah, this semester has been hectic. And so after doing all of that work, I really wanted to treat myself and, just get the Christmas mood going on, and these books definitely helped. So this video is gonna be kind of a mix between a recommendations video and a wrap-up, because I liked all of these books, so that's why I'm gonna recommend them to you. But at the same time, there were a few things about each of them that I would point out that I didn't love, and so I also want to talk about that. But as far as I know, people don't usually do that in recommendations video. It's more of a wrap-up thing. So yeah, we'll see what comes of it. But basically I'm going to be talking about 4 romances that I've read, and they're all super Christmassy and just, yeah, super cute. So let's get into it. So the first book I want to talk about is hOliDays by Christina Lauren. So this book starts when Maylin Jones gets to a cabin where she spends every Christmas with her family and 2 other families. She fucks up massively. I'm not gonna tell you what she does, but she just fucks up massively her relationships, and then when she's leaving the cabin and contemplating her life, her car crashes, and instead of being dead or waking up in a hospital, she wakes up on a plane heading to the cabin. She's like, hold up, what is going on? And basically she just gets into this time loop, and the reason she kind of fucked things up is that she has the biggest crush on Andrew, which is a son of one of the families, and she's had a crush on him for a really long time, and she just can't figure out how to approach it, because she's like, well, if he liked me back, he would probably do something about it, and like he would have probably done something about it by now. So she kind of accepted that he does not like her, even though she never asked him. And so when she gets stuck in this time loop, she keeps fucking up and she keeps like resetting the loop. And so apart from trying to break the time loop, she's also thinking whether maybe her and Andrew could finally hit it off. I loved a few things and I did not love other things. The reason I'm talking about this book here in a sort of recommendations video is that it has amazing Christmas vibes. Like the Christmas joy you feel from this book is amazing. Also, it's funny sometimes. What I did not love was how the time loop was handled. It was a bit too, I don't know, like it was a bit underdeveloped for my taste. On the other hand, I did not read this book critically, so so yeah, I just went there for the vibes and I got the vibes, so I'm happy about that. About the relationship, so this is childhood friends to lovers trope, also close proximity, I guess, kinda. It wasn't, it was interesting because, okay, I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say that I think mostly the pining was from her side, at least at the beginning. And it was a bit unbearable at times. Like, she was always talking about how handsome he is and about his like strong muscular arms or whatever. And I was like, okay, I get it, you like him, sure, I've been there, but still, you don't have to mention his arms every 5 sentences, like you don't have to do that. On the other hand, I think this pining kind of stopped like maybe in the middle of the book, and from then on the relationship actually like developed. So then it was a bit more fun for me. I really liked the way they were like getting to know each other in a different way, because they've known each other for a really long time, but now they had to figure out, if they could be together or not. So they had to get to know each other in a different way. Yeah. So yeah, this is that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And I will definitely read something by Christina Lauren again. So the next book I want to talk about is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This book follows Stella, who just got out of prison. She's been out for maybe like a month, not for very long, and she's just trying to figure out what she's gonna do now, just like kind of get her life together basically. And one day she's going somewhere in New York. I don't know, I don't really know the geography of New York too well. But anyway, she stops outside this very fancy, pricey store, and she looks at the window display and she thinks, oh my god, this is horrible because it's so cheesy and cliche and just weird. And then this guy stops her and asks her what does she think about it. And well, she's honest, so she tells him, and turns out he's the person who actually sort of manages the place. He's like he's not the ultimate boss, but kind of. And he asks her to apply for a newly opened position of a window dresser. And of course she's like, seriously, you just met me, you don't even know me. But he insists that she applies, and for her this is a dream job, and she didn't ever think she could do it, especially with a prison record. But she's like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna apply, and she gets the position. I'm not gonna say anything else, but this is basically it. And then the romance sort of develops between her and Aiden, and the main thing or like theme in this book is that Aiden, he's very moral. he's a ray of sunshine, honestly, and he's kind of fighting himself because he really likes Stella, but at the same time she's his employee, and they have this protocol that if you were to date your employee, you have to go to HR and like sign papers. But for Stella, this is just a bit too much, you know, like too much too fast. I like that. I like that a lot. I think I gave it like 3.5, 3.75 or something. I don't tend to give romances 4 or 5 stars usually, so this is a good rating for me. What I really liked about this is that it's not just a super shallow, spicy Christmas novel. Even though it is very spicy and fun and Christmassy, it has an added element to it regarding Stella's past, like why she even ended up in prison in the first place, and like the way she needs to take things slow when she gets back, because she was behind bars for 4 years and now she's back in real life, and it's just all very overwhelming. And also the way people look at people with a prison record, and like a lot of stigma and prejudice that is there. And I like that. I mean, it wasn't super developed because this is a very short book. Well, not a very short book, but it is quite short. So, you know, I'm thinking it might be nicer to see it develop a little bit more, but I think for what it was, it did this really well. So yeah, I liked it. I would recommend, especially if you like the grumpy and the sunshine trope. This is it. Like, Stella is very grumpy, and Aiden is a literal ray of sunshine. He loves Christmas. It's funny because he always wears a really cringy Christmas tie, and Stella's always making fun of him. Like, this is quite cliche, you know, but yeah. It was also spicy, so yeah, there you go. The next book I'm gonna talk about is Dear Santa by Kristen Granata. This is a very short novella. It's like, I mean, I read it in one go. It's really short. It's like 90 pages or something like that. Wait. Yeah, so it has 132 pages, which I think you can do that in one go. And it's, okay, so it's about a girl named Christina who broke up with her fiance 5 years ago when he cheated on her, and since then she's been living a single life, and she's quite happy. She has a really nice job and everything, but her mom is not happy for her. And now Christmas is coming, and she is terrified of coming back home alone. So she decides to hire an escort to pose as her boyfriend. This is a very cliche trope, so you've probably read books like this, but I really liked how this book did it, because the other main character, Jake, well, he's not your average escort, which you find out basically like right at the beginning. He's actually not an escort. So at the beginning there's a little bit of like a misconception. Yeah, more like flat out lying. But thankfully the like lies don't last for long, because I hate in a romance, I freaking hate when the relationship starts off on like a big lie, and then the third act drama is revolving around the fact that one of the main characters finds out the other has been lying the whole time. No thank you, I don't like that. So here he lies to her about being an escort, but she finds out in like the third chapter, which, yeah, thank God. But anyway, Jake is actually, I'm not gonna tell you who he is because this book is really short and I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say he has troubled past. Also, just a trigger warning here, because yeah, he has troubled past and he does talk about it quite openly. This was nice. I wish it was longer though, because since it was a really short novella, it didn't have like the space to explore everything, and I think it should have, because yeah, like it was such a good premise, I think, and yeah, I wish it was longer. However, it was really sweet, it was funny, I actually laughed out loud a couple times, and I love when books make me do that. So yeah, also it's a fake dating trope, which I love. I don't know why I love it, because I would not want to do it in real life, but I love it in books. So yeah, it's like fake dating, close proximity. Also, I love the way he stands up for her, to her family. I have to shut up, I don't want to give anything away, but oh my god, I love that. And the third act drama that inevitably always happens is resolved really quickly, which I love, because I don't like the third act drama. Like I'm not a fan, and I know it's like a staple in the romance genre and everything, but like why though? Why do people do that? Like, anyway, that's for another time. I want this video to be quick because the light is, yeah, it's leaving me. Anyway, let's get to the next book. So the last book I'm gonna talk about here is the Reindeer Falls Collection Volume 1 by Jana Aston. So this is a collection of 3 novellas. They are about 3 sisters, Ginger, Noelle, and oh my god, Holly. Yeah, that's her name, Holly. And I am currently reading this. I only read the first one, which is about Holly, and so I can't really recommend the other 2. But the first one, oh my god, I read that yesterday and it was so nice. It was so nice. It was so Christmassy. Okay, let me just quickly talk about what's it about. But it's again really short. It's a novella. It has like 90 pages, so I don't want to give anything away, but let me just give you a quick synopsis. So this book follows Holly Winter, who is working at a toy making company, and she loves her job. She's so into it, and she also lives in a very Christmassy city. She loves Christmas, she loves her job, she loves doing Christmas stuff at her job, etc., etc. Who she does not love, or doesn't realize it, is her boss. Because her boss, in her eyes, is the biggest Grinch. He's mean, he's a jerk, and he doesn't celebrate Christmas as much as she would expect him to, which, to be fair, probably not too many people do, because she's a Christmas freak. But anyway, she just doesn't like him. The problem is she kind of does though, because he's hot and she's just like, she doesn't like him, but she's drawn to him, and she's mad at herself because she's like, girl, he's hot and you're like falling all over yourself just because he's hot, even though he's a jerk. Like, come on. Which, yeah, relatable sometimes, relatable. Anyway, so yeah, she's mad at herself for liking him. She's like, why am I like this, and why is he like that, most importantly. And then like basically right at the beginning they discuss some work matter, and he tells her, he didn't ask her, he literally told her, you're actually gonna go to Germany with me on like a business trip to this toy making company, whatever. And she's like, hell no, I don't want to go anywhere with you for a week. But she does, because she has to, he's her boss. And okay, I'm not gonna tell you anything more. Like I said, it's a short book, and this is all I can tell you without spoilers. But basically, this was the most Christmassy to me out of all of the books I mentioned, because when they got to Germany, they talk about Christmas markets, and okay, I might get emotional because Christmas markets are a thing that I like. For me, that's the most Christmas thing ever. Because growing up, I always went to Christmas markets, either with my grandma or then later with my friends, and it's so magical. Yeah, of course, sometimes it's overpriced and cliche and all that tourist trap, whatever. I don't care, but it's beautiful, and I don't know. I just have a soft spot for Christmas markets, and so when they fly to Nuremberg and they go to Christmas markets, which funny story, I actually been there in Nuremberg in Christmas markets, and they're gorgeous. So when they go there and there's like these descriptions of the market and how beautiful it is, I almost teared up. I was like, wow, just it. Yeah, the atmosphere was immaculate. It was also kind of bittersweet because now, because of COVID, we don't have Christmas markets, which is sad. I mean, understandable, but sad. And yeah, so I love that. I love the Christmas vibes. And again, it was funny. It made me literally laugh out loud. Doesn't happen too often. Well, actually, in this video, with the books in this video, it did. So maybe the season is getting to me. But anyway, it was super Christmassy. It was also very spicy. I did not expect it to get so spicy. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I was just surprised. And yeah, so if you like sort of close proximity, I would say there is like the close proximity trope. There's also the boss and employee trope, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but both here and in the window shopping novel, I think it was done well. Like, the boss in window shopping and the boss here were both decent human beings who weren't manipulating their employees into having relationships with them. So yeah, so it's not my favorite trope, but here it was done well. And so yeah, I would recommend. Sorry, I think I babbled on about this book for a bit too long, considering I was only talking about one of the novels. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this very chaotic video. I apologize if I'm not making sense or if I'm like babbling too much in this video. It's just cause I didn't have much time to film it. Like I said, the light is leaving me, and I really wanted to make this before Christmas just to have something Christmas related that I could put out, and like this was the perfect video to make because I already read these books. And yeah, so it's not perfect. Also, the editing's probably gonna be quite rough because I really want to upload it tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, I still hope you enjoyed, and happy holidays if you celebrate them. Bye!